What's up, people? I had a technical difficulty right before going live. Let me get the chat room up. But shout out to everybody that's here. Y'all see the topic of discussion that has been going on everywhere. This situation with cop calling Amy. Cop calling Amy made the news, not only for lying on this guy, but now she is apologizing for it. And we're going to discuss that, but make sure that y'all like the video, because I saw the likes, so like the video, people. I'm trying to find the video of Amy real quick. Okay, here it is. Because I want to play it on the show so you can see it. I'm just doing some stuff. Okay. You like the stream, people? Let's see who's here. True ATL and Jazzy, China, White, Shy, B Friends, Ocean, Chilama, Melendez. I'm gonna call you Melendez. I know I'm terrible with names. Keith, Poetic, Kells, what's up? Barbara, Book Otter Case, Bella Michelle, Jacelyn, Jerome, Q Lock, Cat, Lara, Prince, King Ace, Mike's Meticulous Details Podcast, but shout out to everybody here. Like the stream, people. I hope everybody's getting notifications to the stream. I know it can be tedious. It's good, D-Stroke. Call you CC? Well, I'm going to have to call you CC. I took off last week. If some of you who weren't here, I took off last week. Because I needed to. It be like that sometimes, you know. T-Dot, appreciate that. And I can't go live unless I really want to go live and speak on something. Okay, Obsidian Plays, cool. But like the video, the stream. Also, make sure y'all go subscribe to my other channel, Basic Social Politics. I am putting content over there. What's up, Brian? Yeah, I saw Ebro was defending Doja Cat because, you know, Ebro is a simp. He definitely a simp. He want to smash. That's the type of dude Ebro is, man. And she's a fellow mixed breed, so of course, you know, he has to, you know, defend his brethren in mixedness. I'm just telling you from my perspective, okay? It's nothing against anybody. But shout out to everybody that support me monthly on Patreon. Shout out to the people that become members of the channel. It's all appreciated. It shows me who my true supporters are. You know what's interesting is that there are people who kind of disappeared, you know? And that happens. You know, I have a lot of turnover on my channel, so it's not surprising, but when motherfuckers got wrenches, you know. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, let me speak on Doja Cat real quick. What's good, Zaki? I see you, Case. Last Sigil. I got a cigar. That's why I'm lighting up real quick. Shout out to LYlNG. Hold on. Let me make sure the notifications on here, because I kind of had to start everything over. So let me get the notifications right so y'all can get your proper shout outs. I know my virtual assistant be giving y'all the shout outs. What's good, Ramir? Yes, I did see that video. Q-Lock, I did see that video. What's good, Lena? With your new other name, because I know you had other name. But yeah, I saw that those cops got fired, and they absolutely should get fired. That was some negligence, and that's a lawsuit that's gonna happen, and they're gonna end up paying that family off. Oh yeah, I'm going to address everything. I'm going to address Azalea Banks again. I really don't want to make no more videos about Doja Cat. I think I've said all I need to say. If I do speak on Doja Cat again, it will be in a live stream form, just so I can get y'all feedback. Because there's just been a lot going on the last couple of days. I've been trying to get as much content as possible. I am putting content clips from this show over on the Basic Social Politics channel, so you never know, some of these topics may end up over there. So make sure y'all go subscribe over there. I want to get that channel rocking and rolling. But quickly, before I get into this situation, let me show y'all, because we're going to address this video and we're going to address the article. We're going to address this, because we're going to get into these bitter middle-aged women who think they got power and think they're above the law, and how there have been men who've enabled this bullshit. But I'm going to say this about Doja Cat. I saw her apology, and she mentioned how, you know, she doesn't just date white men. This is just an excerpt, because there are black women who are attacking Blueface because Blueface said, you know what, you're still canceled, you're a weirdo, and they're trying to attack him because they think he's going at her because she doesn't date black men. Do y'all see how that can get spin a bunch of different ways? He never said he was canceling her because of that, but you got these black women who look for any reason to attack a black man, trying to use Blueface as a way to turn it back on black men. She was worshiping white men. Get over it. I was going to tweet that, but I didn't want to be messy. Because I know my mentions will be popping. I've had my mentions popping enough the last couple of days. As a matter of fact, make sure you follow me on Twitter. My mentions have been popping enough the past couple of days, man. I can't even keep up with some notifications on there. But yes, she was worshiping white men. She can say whatever she wants to say. You know, but she was worshiping just like majority, but just like some of these other women do. And they're not biracial. They're as black as night. Yeah, I said in my video, Doja was always a weirdo. And Blueface simply said, you know what, we canceling this chick. But I've never heard Blueface denigrate black women. I never hear him worship white women or Hispanic women. He may date them, but that don't mean he worshiping them. But they're trying to use that situation to attack black men. Yeah, they did try to cancel Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan always has to apologize for who he's with, which is sad. I would never want to live in that type of bubble. But the apology to me was just a way to sort of get around it and to just say, you know, basically, quote unquote, debunk. She didn't really debunk anything. She kind of made it worse. Because she knows she knows what she was doing. You're in a chat room full of white males. Okay? And what's funny is that any one of those white dudes could have smashed. Any one of them could have. I don't care how good a woman looks. If she has low self-esteem and she is desperate for your validation, you might be able to screw her. You might be able to sleep with her. That's the psychology of women. Women pursue men that aren't that interested in them because they like the thrill of the chase, you know, just as much as men do. They're not going to tell you that, but they do. Women can be very aggressive when they want a man. This is why you have women sleeping with married men and pretending like they didn't know he was married. You know? Or they will go and they will fight other women that dude is dealing with, even though you're not even with the guy no more. In our case of Doja Cat is the type of female who's always wanted white validation. Now, she's going to say that, she'll date anybody of any race. They all say that shit. You know, we say that as black men, we still get attacked. We can say we choose color. No, we choose color. We choose character over color, and we will still get trashed. You know? That's just how it is, man. That's how the world works, I guess. Make sure y'all like the stream, man. Oh, of course she didn't, you know? You know, Zaki, that would be a very good idea. No doors, you're right on time because I'm about to get into this video of Karen. But I wanted to speak on Doja Cat first as to why I actually did make a second video. Y'all didn't watch it. Very good commentary. But the thing with Doja is like a lot of these chicks like her. Y'all look at them, they're attractive, they're racially ambiguous, but if they grew up in a majority white area, mentally they're going to be screwed up. What's good, Vern? They're going to be screwed up. You know what, speaking of that, Zaki, I do my podcast, okay, my off YouTube podcast. It's on Spotify. It's on Spotify. It's on all the different podcast platforms except iTunes, but it's on every other one. I'm not on Anchor as of yet, but I am on Spreaker because Spreaker to me is it's a lot more useful than any other podcast platform. I actually like that one better. And they let you monetize your work. And, you know, I just like it. I've always utilized it. And I'm gonna come back with some podcast episodes, but I want to have a calls. I may have to look up my contacts and see who I can bring on, because I don't want to do those by myself. It gets boring. It gets boring. And I actually will post the episodes on my website. But yeah, we're going to get into this video. So make sure that you have liked this video, and we're going to get into it, all right? Without further ado.
Would you please stop? Sir, I'm asking you to stop.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop recording me.
Please don't come close to me.
Please take your phone off.
Please don't come close to
And
me.
I'm taking pictures and calling the cops.
Please call the cops. Please call the cops.
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Please tell them whatever you like.
Excuse me?
She made sure to say that.
I'm sorry, I'm in the ramble, and there is a man, African-American, he has a bicycle helmet. He is recording me and threatening me and my dog. There is an African-American man, I am in Central Park. He is recording me and threatening myself and my dog. And my... I'm sorry, I can't hear you either. I'm being threatened by a man in the ramble. Please send the cops immediately. I'm in Central Park.
Look at cop calling Karen.
Thank you.
Oh, man. Y'all hear this? Y'all hear this woman, man? Because she got caught doing wrong. Because she got, what's good, Mellow Bird? Because she got caught doing wrong. She ready to call the police on this guy. She probably didn't even call the police. She probably was just talking to herself on the phone. This is the mindset of women these days. They think that they can call the police on us. This is the little respect that they have for us in society, you know? Yeah, they ended up taking the dog from her. They put the dog in foster care. It looked like they had that dog in the interrogation room asking them questions. Are you okay? Were you hurt?
She is hurting her dog while being racist.
Yeah, man. This is how these... I bet you she's a liberal. I bet you she's a Democrat. I bet you she's a Democrat. Most of these people walking around with masks are some of these lamestream media watching liberals who claim to love black people, but they don't. Okay? They don't want you living in their neighborhoods. They don't want you attending the same schools that their kids attend. They don't want you in their neck of the woods, so to speak. This woman sound crazy. She breathing hard. Whenever you catch these women, what's good, Will? Whenever you catch these women in a lie, they get crazy. They lose their logical thinking, if they had any, and they act on emotion. It is very clear that this woman is emotional and she's being honest. This is how she truly feels. What's good, Ernest? Make sure y'all like the stream. Let's play this video again.
Would you please stop? Sir, I'm asking you to stop.
Please don't come close to me.
Sir, I'm asking you to stop recording me.
Please don't come close to me.
Please take your phone off.
Please don't come close to
And
me.
I'm taking pictures
Look how
and
she's
calling the
putting her
cops.
finger
Please
in
call
his
the
face.
cops. Please call the cops.
Look how she handling that dog. That dog wants to get as
Please
far
tell
away
them
from her as
whatever you
possible.
like.
Excuse me? I'm sorry, I'm in the ramble, and there is a man, African-American, he has a bicycle helmet. He is recording me and threatening me and my
Oh, she voted liberal Democrat. Doesn't surprise me one bit.
dog. There is an African-American man, I am in Central Park. He is recording me and threatening myself and my dog. And my...
And ain't even got the dog on a leash.
I'm I'm sorry, I can't hear you either. I'm being threatened by a man in the Ramble. Please send the cops immediately. I'm in Central Park in the Ramble. I don't know.
Thank you.
Because he knew he got her ass then. He got you, Miss White Lady. You know, this is the type, and again, I'm gonna do. I don't want to do everything mismatching. So let me go back here. Now she ended up apologizing. I got that article too. This seemed like a hateful, mean woman. Imagine being married to that woman. Like seriously, imagine being married to that. Okay? You'd be trying to divorce her. You'd be trying to jump out of a window to divorce her. Let's see if we can get this up here. Here we go. We got Karen. We got Caucasian. We got Caucasian Karen. It was unacceptable. White woman, and look at the Daily News being messy as fuck. Talking about white woman who called the cops on black man in Central Park after he asked her to leash her dog, apologizes. They do not like for y'all to tell them nothing. You know, sometimes you have to check a white woman. Because you do got white women that will get out of pocket. And you got to check them. And they don't like when you check them. Because a lot of them don't know how to hold their tongue. Like this one. She don't know how to hold her tongue. She's going to say the first things that come to mind. That's why she got her white ass fired. White woman who sparked outrage by calling 911 to report an African American threatening me and my dog after he apparently asked her to put her dog on a leash has apologized for her actions. Amy Cooper told NBC New York she overreacted but claims a man who asked her to keep her pup on a leash was screaming at her. So that's your excuse for literally trying to get this black man arrested, or if not worse. Once again, white women don't like to get checked. Especially white women who see you as inferior. Okay? They don't care about your educational level. They don't care how, you conduct yourself. They will, if they're mad, they're going to show you who they truly are. Okay, let's see. I sincerely and humbly apologize to everyone, especially to that man, his family. She told NBC it was unacceptable. And humbly and fully apologize to anyone who's seen that video. Everyone's been offended. Everyone that's been offended. Everyone who think of me in a lower light, and I understand why they do. I've come to realize, especially today, that I think of the police as a protection agency. That's interesting. A protection agency. A protection agency from who, black men? It's crazy. I bet she ain't never called the police before. But she calling this time because she was scared of the big bad black man. This has caused me to realize that there are so many people in this country that don't have that luxury, she told NBC. But she later played the role of the victim on CNN, claiming that because of this episode, her entire life is being destroyed right now. I mean, it's kind of like you deserved it. It's not like you're a victim in this. You cannot claim victim status. Let's see. Amy Cooper was put on administrative leave by investment company Franklin Templeton after the video emerged. I'm not a racist. I did not mean to harm that man in any way, she said. Critics have accused Cooper of filing a false report, but NYPD First Deputy Commissioner Benjamin Tucker, who called the video disturbing, told WPIZ 11 Tuesday that the department isn't looking to charge the dog owner. Let me tell you, police department, something. Y'all got to start making an example out of these people, because they're going to keep doing it. White women, like I told y'all, white women, not all of them, but there are a sizable amount of them that think that the rules don't apply to them. They don't think the rules apply to them. They think that they can file false reports. They can make false claims. Look how many white women, either here or in the UK, I have read articles on that have made false complaints and have gotten away with it. Justice needs to be served to these lying ass females who sit here and lie on men the way that she did. And also, this is another thing, and I'm going to speak about a little bit later. Why was this woman so comfortable approaching this man? Now, mind you, society conditions men to believe that women are afraid of them, right? Women are afraid of you approaching them randomly. But that's not true. Most women don't fear men for the most part. So if you have anxiety when it comes to approaching women, understand this. They ain't afraid of you. I have seen video after video of women getting in dudes' faces that they don't even know. They have no fear of men in 2020. None. You know why? Because just like this woman said, she can call the police. We're not going to pursue that, Tucker said. We have bigger fish to fry, and the DA would never prosecute it. It's not even clear it would be actionable. Well, thank you for doing your job, sir. That's probably why New York is in this condition that it's in now, because of these people who, I'm not going to get into it, but New York is a mess right now. You need to make example out of Karen. Make examples out of these heifers who like calling the police on black men. Because if you don't, they're going to keep doing it because they don't think the rules apply to them. They think they are above the law. It's hard to understand why she did what she did. He continued, the fact that she invoked race is disturbing. She got a dog. The sign says dog must be leashed. And in effect, she was the problem, even though she was wearing a mask. So she was wearing a mask, but she wasn't putting her dog on a leash. Let's see. Christian Cooper recorded his 8 a.m. Monday encounter with Amy Cooper on his cell phone, after asking her to leash her dog. And that's the video there. I'm assuming that's Melanie. Is that his wife? Melanie Cooper? Oh, no, that's her brother. This is his sister, okay? This is his sister. She put the video up. And this is her Twitter thread. Y'all, look at the dog. Look at the dog, y'all. Look at the dog, man. Are you okay? How were you treated? Is there anybody in your family we can call? I'm telling you, man, I'm tired of seeing these white women calling the police on black men. They need to make an example out of them, man. These white women think they are above the law. They think the rules don't apply to them. It said, so I told her to leave him alone and clip my leash back on. So what did she do next? Bro, she started choking me for no reason. Yo, this is a meme, yo. This is a meme right here, man. People gonna meme this right here, man. They sitting up, they asking the dog questions. They questioning the dog. It's like she got a notepad right there questioning the dog, man. What the dog gonna tell you? I guess he was the only witness. Cause I guess because he's the only witness. He the only witness, so they got to ask some questions, take statements. He got to sign the report. They file the report. He got to sign it. Oh man, let me see what else applies. Let's see. She knew exactly what she was doing. She wanted the gentleman hurt. She knows the police are easily triggered when they hear a black man is involved. The choking of the dog was for those on the phone to hear the distress, so they will act accordingly when coming to her rescue. Yeah, man, they put the dog in custody, man. Let's see. This made Daily Mail. Yeah, this is everywhere. Let's see. Karen, know your rights. Accuse everyone. Request a manager. Escalate to authorities. Neglect reason. This is her job, y'all. This is a tweet from her job. Following our internal review of the incident in Central Park yesterday, we have made a decision to terminate the employee involved, effective immediately. We do not tolerate racism of any kind at Franklin Templeton. That's a good ass job. Woo! Retirement, 401k or benefits of, whether it be vacation, bonuses, all that is gone. Franklin Templeton say, get this bitch out of here. Let's see. But yeah, man, this situation is a complete and utter mess. It's a complete and utter mess. But yeah, man, that's what happens, man. I mean, but I will say this though, when this blows over, something tells me, and I hope I'm wrong, but something tells me that once this blows over, she's gonna get her job back. T. Malone, I see you. Something tells me that when this blows over, she's gonna get her job back. Maybe not there, but get another job is what I'm saying. But yeah, man, these white women need to do something about these white women calling the police on black men just because that black man pissed them off. He caught her. You know what I'm saying? He caught her in the whole lie. Shout out to Obi Trice. Where's my assistant at? My assistant should be showing up in a minute.
Did you hear how dramatic she sounded on the phone?
Yeah, she did. She played that. She's done that before. Even though I say she may have not called the police before, but I believe she's done something similar to this. I would never listen to this woman when she claims that her husband or boyfriend have put hands on her when she's acting like this. With these lies, you know what I'm saying? With these lies. But yeah, the calling the police on black men need to stop, man. I mean, you know what's funny? People talk about how we ain't got no power. Like you listen to these heifers on YouTube or wherever talk about how we ain't got no power. But why are white men afraid of us? Why are you afraid of people who are inferior to you? That's a question. If we as black men are so underneath white men, why the fuck are they afraid of us? I've never walked into a room and felt intimidated by white men ever. And I live in the South. Shout out to Jonathan. Listen, the only money has been working for me while first time months. Or really, Jonathan? I don't know, bro. It works for some people, and it works for some, others it don't. You know.
For some reason, the system to donate money hasn't been working for me for a while.
Well, I appreciate
this is the
donation,
first time
bro.
in months it has worked.
Well, I appreciate the donation, bro. It be like that. I think it may be depending on what device you use, or they may be trying to update it. But yeah, this is to all you black women who talk all this shit about us and how we're weak and how we are beneath white males. How come they're so and much more intimidated by us, though, if we're so much weaker and underneath them? Because white men have never scared me. I've never felt, if anything, I felt that they felt intimidated by me. So we really have to look at that. You can look in somebody's eyes and tell whether they're afraid of you or not. Let's see. Let me speak on this from my logical perspective. Y'all know I gotta really speak on these things from my perspective, man. You know. Shout out to everybody that's here, man. Make sure that y'all like the stream. It is really a shame that in 2020, we as men have to deal with women who have so much masculine energy, who seem to have an issue with men and their power. And our power is in our presence. Our power is in our ingenuity. We don't look for shortcuts. You know, we don't look for an easy out. You know, we don't look for people to create programs to put and elevate us. Look at all these programs they have for women these days, right? To elevate them. But you have women who believe they have some power now. And one of the power they think they have is to believe all women. That all women should be believed. I think that that is a disaster. I think that we need to get out of that notion that we need to believe all women, because you have a lot of women that are liars, deceivers, manipulators, and they use the fact that they're women in order to extract power. That's what the Me Too movement did. Look how many successful men were removed from their positions of power due to what these women claimed and said that half of the time wasn't even based in any truth. But when you have people that are jaded, when you have people who know that they're going to have the court of public opinion on their side, they're going to use it to their benefit. Can I get an amen? So I'm not one of those people that's going to say, you know what? I don't think that women should be working. I don't think women deserve their positions of power when they become CEOs of companies or they become supervisors, whatnot. If you earn your spot, I have no problem with that. It is the people who look to use their femininity, if they have any, in order to extract resources out of men, to take their seat of power. We've seen how the social justice warriors will go at these companies in order to get women.
Some black women have betrayed black men. Traitors.
We said that, Shy. Now, honestly, when you look at this situation with cop calling Amy she wanted to exert her power. You know, she wanted to exert the fact that she's a Caucasian woman. She looks like she's middle-aged, if not older. She sees this black man. She's like, you know what? You're beneath me. Not only are you a man, you're a black man. I'm going to call the police on you. You better get out of here. I guess she thought it would be a scare tactic, because I've seen black women do it too. They will say, I'm going to call the police. Then the dude has to immediately leave because he probably got warrants. That stuff goes on, people. Now, the fact that the police are being used as protection. I feel like the police are being used as muscle for a lot of these women who want power. They don't care about their husbands or boyfriends being that protection. They can get that protection outside the home. That's why women are so comfortable calling the police. Every time you look around, you see a female telling me, I'm calling the police. I'm calling the police. If you were to ask any of these dispatchers, who are the majority of the people that call them, it's women. Men ain't gonna be called. What are men gonna call the police for? You know? Now more men are probably calling the police to cover themselves when they're in a domestic situation, because they know that particular female, they're not going to believe that she's capable of putting her hands on them. So in that situation, they're going to believe her, unfortunately. Unfortunately, they're going to believe her. That's just the society that we are in. Believe all women.
Spot on commentary. The same thing occurs between black men and women all the time, especially when a child is involved.
Appreciate that, Chief Rocker. Yeah, it's a dynamic that we go through every day in the black community. You got these black couples that are together. You have a black woman who never had a father. You had a black man who didn't have a father in his life either. Grew up with women, so he's a little bit more emotional. And they getting into it. They're back and forth. And whenever she gets angry with the guy, she's gonna call the police, because she knows that the police is gonna scare him, especially if she's dating a guy who's fresh out of jail, a guy who has a long criminal history, a guy who's on probation. He can't get in trouble. She don't need him to protect her. She got the authorities to protect her. And she knows, just like Amy, that they're going to believe her first. Even though in this situation, this guy was smart. He recorded her. She actually recorded her breaking rules. And she didn't like that. It's just like when you catch a woman cheating, right? You catch a woman cheating, what's going to happen is she's going to flip it back on you, and she's going to get super angry, right? She's going to get super angry. Like, I've seen videos of women getting caught cheating. They don't like that. They don't like when them tables are turned. They get violent. But they claim we get angry when we find out they cheating. I think women take it very hard when you catch them in a lie, you catch them cheating. Because, again, we're in a society where it's believe all women. Now, let me just say this about how melanated men, black men, are viewed by non-black women. There's a segment of non-black women who don't like black men. They see black men as less than, and they will treat them as such. And that's what Amy, cop calling Amy, was doing. She sees this guy as less than. You know, to her, all black men are the same. This is why I don't get these guys who want to put these Caucasian women on a pedestal. For what? They're westernized women. They've swallowed the feminism BS more than anybody. The smart thing they did was they stayed with their men.
Don't forget those with careers.
Oh, of course not. Of course not. I'm actually going to talk about that a little bit later, about these women in corporate America who get hired because they're good watchdogs and they're running men out of corporate America. You know, like the stream, people. Make sure y'all like the stream. But when you have people like this, man, and the way that they view us as black men, they view us as less than, they view us as beneath them, and we have to do what they say. And that was her mentality. Her mentality was, I'm a privileged Caucasian woman. You're going to do as I say. If I tell you to stop recording me, you're going to stop recording me. There should be no reason at all this woman approached this guy and put her hand in his face. Because what if he would have reacted by her putting her hand in his face? But she did not fear him, you know? And that's going to segue to my next point. Why is it that this woman had no problem approaching this guy? This woman had no problems approaching this random man, this random black man. Because women of today don't fear us. That's why when you have guys who are conditioned to believe that all women are afraid if you're approaching, no. Women do not fear us. Women don't fear us.
It's black male heterophobia, brother.
Appreciate that, Steve, on the East Coast. That might be the case in corporate America. That might be the case in corporate America. Corporate America, they might have that heterophobia. The male managers is basically, the black male manager is basically like one of the girls. But these women have no problems approaching us. They have no problem getting in our face, especially when they're mad. When you get these women mad, they're going to show you who they truly are. They're going to put their hands in your face. They're going to hop in your face.
My ex vandalized my car when I caught her cheating. I cut her off, but 2 weeks later, she did it. It cost $7,000 to repair.
I would have made her pay for it. Appreciate that, Triple X. Pressure. Yeah, make sure y'all like the stream. Yeah, man, they will damage your property. They'll want to fight you. Because women of today think the majority of men are weak. This is why you have a lot of women gravitating to a small amount of men. You know?
Jaye was referring to brothers that have careers.
I know you was talking about, but I was just making a point. They're saying that, you know, it happens in certain areas and spaces as well. But yeah, as far as that 7,000, it would have came from her some kind of way. But yeah, women of today ain't afraid of us. They think we weak. They think we weak. That's why a lot of these women gravitate towards the same men, because they see those men as their ideals of what a man is. And they see the majority of other men as not being that. So they have no problem with being and interacting with men. Why you think you see so many women in male groupings? Why you think you see so many males, not males, you see so many females wanting to be in groups of men? All right, Bella. See you on the next one. Women have no fear of us. This is why they can step to us and get in our face, and why they just want to be them and a whole group of us, because they don't fear us, man. That's what we're conditioned to believe. We're conditioned to believe that women are afraid of us. That, you know, it's just that's just talk. Women don't fear us 1 iota. The men they fear is the men that are smashing. Those are only men they fear. The men that put fear in their heart, those are the men that's gonna get the smash. That's the truth, okay? But everybody else, nah. Shout out to Saliva. I think we have to get out of this mentality that we've gotten ourselves into. No accountability for the actions whatsoever. That's why I say that they need to make an example out of this situation.
It's become women versus men. It's about control, and unfortunately, nobody will win the war. Amy will unfortunately be forgiven by black men after a while.
Yeah, that always happens. These black men are so weak in the knees to get a hug from one of these chicks or to be embraced. They will forgive. Hopefully he does. Well, he already said that if she has a sincere apology, that he's gonna forgive her. I couldn't forgive no woman trying to ruin me. I'm sorry. You want to ruin me because I gave you a suggestion that doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. You was gonna call the police on me. What if it would have went wrong? Did you think about that? Or was you thinking about yourself? Which is probably what she was thinking about. She was thinking about herself. She wasn't thinking about anybody else in that particular situation. And that's what happens. No accountability. And also, and I may do another stream out of this last point. You got a female bully culture. And I'm going to probably do another live stream on that. You have a female bully culture, man. You got a lot of women out here who are bullying other people, whether it be male or female. Anybody who work in close quarters with a dysfunctional woman knows exactly what I'm talking about. And you have a lot of these white women who are culpable in that. They have a little bit of power. Their husband going upside their face, so they want to come on not social media. Well, it's on social media, but they want to come into the job and, they want to exert their power as bullies. And we do have a female bully culture because these women think the rules don't apply to them. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other women in here know exactly what I'm talking about. A lot of you dudes who've been in that situation, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When they think they have the law on their side, when they think they have the public opinion on their side, they're going to exert their power. They're going to abuse it. And that's exactly what is going on in this particular situation. But shout out to everybody that's here. About to take a few phone calls. I know y'all didn't have much to say on the last stream, so if you want to call in, make sure you do that now.
Black men, black women, please stop forgiving mess like this. They will keep doing it.
Yep. Appreciate that, Virgo, with the super chat too. Obi Trice.
We are too busy trying to get them to accept us.
Absolutely, and we need to stop. Yo, you're live. Hold on, I gotta take the time to deal with this audio. I gotta do this every show. Bear with me. Yo, what's going on?
Not much. Yeah, I was just saying that yeah, she's probably gonna be forgiven by black men sooner or later. Mm-hmm. Because she looks like the innocent white woman and stuff like that. But my thing is that what she did was uncalled for. Like, how do you call the cops and then say you're going to tell a black man, whatever she did, like she's basically saying, I'm going to call the cops and say a black man was trying to hurt her. Yeah. Like, that's really serious there. You know what I'm saying? You don't do something like that for somebody telling you about rules. I work at Walmart, and I tell people rules all the time, and some get an attitude with me about it, and some say, it is what it is. You just don't do nothing like that. Mm-hmm. As far as men versus women, like it's a war that sucks. Men versus women. We shouldn't be fighting each other. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like I will tell you, there's a lot of intelligent women out there who deserve what they get, deserve the positions they get and stuff. But it's drowned by women, dysfunctional women, like you said, that they're dysfunctional. That's all you should say. They dysfunctional, they get power, and they become bullies. And I knew exactly what you mean when you said that. I knew exactly what you mean because I've seen it before, firsthand. Yeah. But the thing about it is like, the thing about Amy is that there are many women like that. And I was telling my cousin about this a week ago, and he's one of the guys like me. I used to be a black guy who put white women on pedestals. I ain't gonna lie to you. That was a part of my life. I can't take that back. You know what I'm saying? I'm a human being. But my cousin does it now. He puts white women on pedestals, and I told him that you got white women out there that don't like you, man.
Yeah.
Don't think that every white woman likes you, man. He thinks all black women are evil, white women like. I'm like, yo, bro, so you got white women who will lie on you. You have white women who have lied on black men and got them killed.
Yep.
That is a fact. And I'll give you an example. That white cop who claimed he entered her apartment and killed that black guy. I don't know if you remember that. Okay, the brother of the guy who got killed forgave her. No, I'm looking. I'm like, yo, what? I'm not forgiving a woman who killed my brother.
Right.
I'm sorry. I can't do that. I can't do that. And I'm like, yo, we got to stop doing that, man. Just because a woman is white does not mean she's hurt.
Right.
And I've had my issues with black women. I'll keep it real. So I'm not about to step in and tell you that white women are hurt. No, never that. And basically, that's all I wanted to say, man.
Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, cool, man. Well, I appreciate the call, Saliva.
Oh, I'm sorry I cut you off, man.
No, it's cool. I appreciate the call, though.
All right. All right, my man. Good show, man.
All right. Peace. I have some people calling in. The lines are open now, so you can call in. Yeah, man, stop putting that Caucasian woman on a pedestal like she the greatest thing ever. I've seen some of you dudes say that in my chat room, in my comment section. No, they're not that much better. You're live with JD Black. What's going on?
Hello. How you doing?
I'm good, man. What's up?
This is Mr. Jaye.
Yeah, this is JD Black. What's going on, man?
Yeah, how you doing? I'm just calling in, give you some respect on your show. Appreciate the show.
Appreciate it. Yes.
Let me turn on my TV. Sorry. Yes. Sorry. So, this whole situation is pretty bad, man. Like, it's every day we're going through these things, and every day I live in Seattle, Washington. I'm from Jamaica, to tell you the truth, but I came here in Seattle, and I'm like, wow, I've never seen so much jungle fever in my life. I mean, the black people here just don't seem to care about their culture. They don't care about nobody. They'll smile in your face and go right back to Becky and Karen and calling their children niggas like it ain't nothing. But the thing is, shit's about to hit the fan. I mean, the shit is coming to a close. There's going to be a time that we're going to have to choose who we're going to be with. And in that time frame, you're going to see who truly are for their people.
Yep. And that's why I think that when I see, black people going at each other, tearing each other apart, it just shows you where we are. We're like a crumpled up mess. But the only thing that brings us together is these type of situations when people are, their lives.
It's fucked up. Sorry, excuse me.
Sorry, go ahead.
It seems like one of us has to be killed in order for us to understand something. And still from there, you don't understand anything. I don't quite understand what is wrong with our people today. But nothing is new under the sun. This has been going on for the longest. But like I said, there's going to be a wall that they're not going to be able to cross, black man or black woman. There's going to be a time where we're going to have to fight. No revolution starts without any blood. There must be blood. So I hope we're going to be ready for that. Because y'all sitting here talking about voting and waiting for reparations. Are you crazy? They're not going to give you. You're their cash cow. You've been that from day one. So until the day that we realize that we need to step up as men, as well as women, but really as men, we're going to stay at the bottom, and that's simple and plain, until somebody come and smack everybody across the face with this truth.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Shy, you can call in, but the lines people be calling in, so that's how it is.
So I didn't want to keep long. I know you got other callers. I appreciate your show. Thank you, brothers. Thank you for all the brothers and sisters that represent us. And just keep it real. Keeping it real meaning keep it real.
keep it real. That's all you got to do. But I appreciate the call, though, man. Thanks for sharing your input.
Sir.
All right.
All right. Shalom, man. Have a great day, sir.
All right, you too, man. All right, now the lines are open. I gotta understand. If you're not on, that means other people are on. Yo, you live? What's going on?
Oh, wow, I was able to get in. What's up, Jay? Shit, it's Sean.
What's going on, man?
Oh, yeah, I pretty much 100% agree with the last caller, man. Like, without getting too Malcolm X, but it is by any means necessary to command respect just to get ahead. But I'm not gonna get too emotional over that. I'm still tripping off the Minnesota thing too, but I'm gonna let that go.
Yeah.
But right now, Amanda Seales and Charlamagne, they got Twitter and Instagram exploding because now Amanda Seales wants to pander, and she got over 10,000 comments talking about the same subject. But she's the same one that lied on Myron Rowe, and you had an amazing few videos on that. So, yeah, just want to see what you think about that.
What was she talking about? Well, but bro, if it ain't got nothing to do with the topic, man, you could just send me a message. This got something to do with this topic?
Yeah. It's about the same topic about this Amy Cooper lady. She's talking about Amy Cooper, and I just kind of agree with the last caller, just talking about we gotta defend ourselves, record, and the best way to get them is by embarrassing them.
Yeah. It's just. You go through a whole year and black people going back and forth with each other, but when these situations happens, we come together for a little while, and then we go back at it again, tearing each other apart. You know what I'm saying? Talking about how it's better to hop the fence and all this other shit. And it's like, but 2 days ago we was all talking about going after the white man. You know? Yeah.
It's not very consistent. It might just be a few of us out, on code, but besides that, we love our entertainment, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, well, I'll get back in the chat. I just thought that was interesting, but yeah, good video, Jay, and I'll hit the super chat, and I'll see y'all in the comment section.
Coronavirus got
right, cool,
PPL
man.
going
Thanks for
crazy,
the call, man.
showing
Shout out
an
to you,
ugly
man.
side to society.
Appreciate that, Dollar Washer. Yeah, man, that CV definitely got people going crazy. It absolutely does. And you're starting to see it. People are losing their minds. I showed y'all the picture yesterday of the people at that party in Missouri. All those people at that pool party, together. They've been in the house all that long time. They said, screw it. We don't care about no masks. We don't care about catching it. We want out desperately. And you're starting to see people just losing their minds, losing their marriages, losing their relationships. And I've been chronicling, a few of it, King Ace, there might be a video, but I don't have much good to say about the divestment community except for leave. But yeah, I showed y'all that picture yesterday of all them people at the pool party. All them at that pool party, man. You would think that was just a picture from a random spring. No, that was during CV. But I still think they need to start opening these businesses up so people can go back to work. I know that. People shouldn't be out of work. You can still be socially distant. But, people can still go back to work, depending on what type of work you do, I've been at jobs where I was at least 20 feet away from my coworkers. So it can happen, Oh, yeah. People from Florida is on the beaches. Some beaches in California open up as well. But people want to be outside. There's a lot of women who are angry right now because they can't get that attention that they want the way they want it. Because a lot of people just ain't out like that, or they're not at no clubs, they're not at no malls like that. So they're definitely upset. And I think I'm hearing that the planes are a little bit more packed. A lot more people are flying. I wouldn't mind flying, but I'm going to wait a little while longer. I told y'all I was going to get on a plane and travel myself, but I'm not going to be in a hurry to do it. But I wouldn't mind being on some beach house somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Who is this? Yo, you live. What's going on?
What up, Jay? This is Obi, man.
What's good, Obi?
Boy from North Carolina. What's up,
All right,
man?
shout out to the NC. What's going on?
Jay, man, this situation could have been like if that brother didn't have that phone, man, the situation would have turned out a whole lot worse.
Oh yeah.
This is why every interaction that we have these days in 2020, we have to have our cell phone in hand and ready. Because this stuff's been going on for a long time. It's not going to stop. And the only way this is going to stop is that if there's some laws on the book against this. Because, and that's the reason why they keep doing it, because there's nothing stopping them.
Right.
There's no laws out there, so they keep crossing these lines and stuff, you know?
Yep.
But I'm gonna keep it short. But yesterday, yeah, man. When I saw the pictures and the people at the beaches and stuff, man, I think I call it Corona that's spreading. I was cracking up.
Yeah.
Look at all this Corona that's spreading, boy, going left, right, white people out there, black people out there. You know, we just want to be in so much. We just want to be in each other's face so bad, man.
Yeah.
You know? But keep doing your stuff, bro. Have a good one.
All right, cool, man. Thanks for the call, man. Appreciate it. All right. All right. Hey, yo, Yaki, you say you was on call. Did you? I don't think you called in yet. I don't see your number. The phone lines ain't gonna be open that long because I want to get into some quick news topics before I wrap the show up. Y'all got to ask yourself something too. Are people actually safer at home? Because what about the situations that happen inside the home that no one talks about? The abuse, the alcoholism, the neglect. We should be, honestly though, I think we should be quarantining the people who are at risk the most. That's just my take on it. You got to get the people who are at risk of harming others out of the way. Or harming themselves or getting harmed. Excuse me. Okay, Zaki. Yeah, give the stream a like. Zaki, are you sure you calling in? But yeah, man, these Karens are getting out of control, man. We are chronicling the true face of Western women when you're dealing with Karen. Karen has become the face of Westernized women. Just angry, bitter. They just have this hatred and frustration towards men. That is the face of Westernized women. That is what Westernized women have become. Karen is an antithesis of what Westernized women have become. Getting in men's faces, lying on them, being deceitful. We all see it. We all see it now. There's no more hiding it. You can't hide it anymore. You can throw every other racial group under the bus. Now we see this. We see this Caucasian female for who she is. That's the numbers I give. I don't know. Nobody's on the line, so I don't know why it's you're not getting through. Unless you called my show before and I've had to block you. You know? I call them Becky. Other people may call them Karen. I call them Becky. I don't know if it's by design or purpose. I just think that these women are getting out of control. because they know they got protection from the media, in corporate America. They have protection even in the law. These women feel protected. That's why they act the way that they act. That's why you have to be vigilant, and you have to truly be red pill awakened. You know, some people claim they take the red pill, but they just lying. They just want to be a part of something. The truly red pill awakening is seeing the world for what it is. You know, accepting it, knowing that you cannot change what is already here. It is what it is. What are you going to do about it? How are you going to do the necessary things to better yourself and defend yourself in this society? You know? So we really have to understand where we are and what we've become, because there's two paths you can take. You can take the path of righteousness, or you can take the path of damnation and internal suffering, external suffering, you know? That's what some people may choose to do. Who knows? But I think that this female here is exactly, she's exactly where she should be. Because she did this to herself. You can't teach stupid. Let me talk about something real quick. Is it here? I don't think it's here. Let's see. I've had this archived for a while now. I've had this article archived for quite some time. For months, I've been sitting on this article from Madame Noir. It says, white CEO hires mostly black women because they're less selfish. Can you believe this shit? Let's see. Says there's a haunting quote from Jaye's Homegoing that stuck with me since I read the book a couple of years ago. It shared the experience of Isi, a young Ghanaian woman unknowingly being sold into America's race-based, lifelong, unimaginably cruel system of slavery. It speaks to the righteous and the rightful distrust we have of white people and white men in particular. Their track record hasn't been great, and throughout the course of history, or our history, on this land and around the world, even well-intentioned actions from white folks have ultimately resulted in unspeakable pain and heartache for black women. Really? I want to know, are black women going through heartache and pain when they're putting white men on a pedestal? Are they going through heartache and pain? That's what I want to know. For that reason, the conscious among us approach the actions of white people with some level of caution. I was reminded of this. A friend sent me a Facebook post that's currently being circulated around social media. She didn't provide any of her own commentary initially. She just asked me, what do you think about this? I have a white male client who owns a near $1 billion business. I've been to his offices and house, and he seems to always be in the presence of black women. They're never the help. We finally had a convo yesterday that allowed me to allowed me to learn why. He disclosed to me, I don't know where the rest of it is. Okay, this is the rest of it. He prefers to hire black, educated women because he knows his business is in good hands. He said black women tend to be less selfish and always has him and his best interests at heart. He then stated that he will hire white women as secretaries, but never as decision makers. This was an interesting turn of events because we don't see shit like that. He said he came from a family who told him the ugly
Cynthia
truth.
G and Madame Noir are toxic feminists. Bye.
Appreciate it. White people are privileged, not smarter or superior, he said. Think about it. Y'all raised us even when we refused to let you read. So he clearly has a guy who says that black women has his best interests at heart. So I fill my business with the faces, hearts, and brains of the people who I always see get shit done under any circumstance. Those people just tend to be predominantly black women. That's what he left me with yesterday. Let's see what the sisters are saying. Can y'all see it on the screen? Let's see what the sisters are saying. A lot of people might not want to hear this, but black women have always been workhorses. This is really what he meant. We've always had to carry everything, and it's really not supposed to be that way. Even though I like that he appreciates our hard work, I hate that black women have been conditioned to be workhorses and carry every single little possible on our own. This translates to a great work ethic, but it's to our own detriment. What I've been telling myself, I'm going to release my fears and write 2 more songs today. Anything? I don't know what she's talking about. Some black women fall for anything the white men tell them. What kind of bedouin shit is this? Some of y'all say that it's a fake story. Y'all think it's a fake story?
It's DJ Kid all over again, huh, Jay?
I don't know about that. I think it's one of these corporate black female fantasies that the white man appreciates them a lot more than white women. But y'all got to understand mind games. It's like I was listening to an audio book from a pimp, right? And he was talking about how to control a woman, right? And you got to understand the methods that men use to control the people around them. He will talk about how much he's appreciative of the fact that she is loyal to him, that she respects him, that she will do anything for him. See, a man knows when a woman is willing to do whatever it takes to make them happy. So you have to put her in a position where she's going to do everything it takes to make you happy, even working herself into the ground. No matter if she's in a relationship, no matter if she's, married or single, she got kids at home, as long as she understands that you come first, that is going to be her life, is you coming first and her making you happy. She's going to work more to make you happy than her own man. And y'all know this stuff goes on. You know? Oh. Not taking phone calls right now. No, it wasn't Iceberg. I was reading it last night. Not last night, reading it the other day, like 2 days ago. Let me go to it. It was by Pimp and Ken. It was I think it's Pimpology by Pimp and Ken. Interesting read, right?
DJ Kid had more bodies on him than most black men will get in their lifetime. Decent BM can't even get a date, lol.
You know what? That may be true. That may be true. I tell you, it's that worship. Like Doja Cat. Doja Cat got that worship going on. You know? Doja Cat got that worship going on. But you got to understand the methods that men use to control people's minds. Now, people want to say this is fake news. I don't believe that. I have seen how hard black women go for white men. You know, imagine if he is a multi-millionaire billionaire. Men know who to choose when they are successful to put around them. They know who's it ain't just, y'all got to understand, a lot of these guys, when they're kids, they see certain things, they're taught certain things, just like when those foreigners come over here, right? Those foreigners come over here and they're operating these stores, and then they start hiring women. Mostly black women they hire at these stores. They don't hire white women like that at these stores. But you will see them hire black women. Why y'all think that is? Why do y'all think they hire black women? What is it that black women have that nobody else has? It is the ability to work hard for a man that is not of her group, because in her mind, those men are better than the men of her group, because those men can provide her opportunities that other men can't. Now, you do have a lot of black men, and I've grown up around black men who own businesses, successful businesses. They can hire anybody. But that foreigner is going to get more respect than him. We know this stuff goes on. This is no secret. Now, we can talk about how this is fake. It's not real. Yes, it is real. I understand the mindset. You got women that like to please. And this man, this quote-unquote multi-millionaire billionaire, knows that these sisters want to impress him. He knows this. That's why he hires them. He's comfortable hiring them. And people are going to hire who they're comfortable with. You got to ask yourself, why is he so comfortable? Why is he saying that, though, you know, you as a black woman, you're more of an asset to me work-wise than a white woman? But guess who he's going home to every night? Is he going home to a black woman? He still wants to continue his line, his lineage. He wants his kids to look like him. There is a wall between his personal life and his business. So yes, you're going to appease him business-wise. Might be some stuff on the side too. But his personal life and what he's building outside of that, he is not going to veer from the path that he's already chosen. He sees you as nothing more than working. I will admit this. Black women do work extremely hard. There are a lot of black women attending colleges, universities, and whatnot. They do go hard in them studies. They do get those degrees. I don't take that from you. I know girls that would work 2-3 jobs and go to school. They were just driven like that. Now, if they would choose men that were of the same driven mindset, that would help them a lot. But a lot of times they're comfortable. They know they have everything taken care of financially. They just want somebody, okay? A broke man who looks good to them is better than no man at all. You got a lot of appeasers of white men out here, okay? And I don't think that what this particular female is tweeting, I don't think these are lies, people. You can say it's lies all you want to, but the truth is always in black and white. The truth is always in black and white. Feeding them feeding them biscuit crumbs. Speaking of biscuit crumbs, you got Simone, what's her name? Simone Sanders. Speaking of butter biscuits, I wonder, does she get her butter biscuits, lathered with butter or honey? Because she damn sure loves hers. I mean, as hard as she's going for Biden, she's a spokeswoman for him. She's security. Y'all seen her when she carried that female off that stage? She gonna defend that white man. That's the type of black women that this billionaire is referring to. Shout out to everybody that's here, that's still here. I know some people dropped off, but we still rocking. Oh yeah. I know what I want to talk about next. Oh, Gayle King. Guess what, Gayle King? Gayle King feels bad for black men. We gonna have to get into this bullshit right here. Gayle King is like, oh, here it is. Do y'all see this bullshit? I'm gonna let that sink in for a little bit. I'm gonna let that sink in so y'all can see this shit. I want this to sink in for y'all. Okay? Shout out to Shy. Look at this shit. Look at this bullshit.
The Panthers should have drafted Simone Sanders.
I want y'all to look at that title and tell me, does that fit? When has Gayle King ever gave a fuck about the plight of black men? They only care about a black man if he's losing his life to a white cop. The same white cop they probably would call on that same black man. I'm looking at all the fake Karen on Twitter today. You got all these virtue signaling liberal white women who would do the same thing. They would call the police on black men too. If they saw a black man in their neighborhood, they gonna call the police. They probably the ones who be randomly calling the police on them when they do see black men. They will move out of a neighborhood if too many black people move there. But anyway, let's talk about Gayle King real quick. Shout out to everybody that's here. Dora Tyrone, Teef, Kiki, Samuel, what's up? Like the stream, everybody that's still here. Let's talk about this bullshit, okay? Hold on. They say updated. CBS this morning anchor Gayle King became emotional on air Tuesday morning while discussing two racially charged incidents involving black men that transpired on Monday. I don't say inspired, but it says transpired. You know? Visibly shaken, King told viewers, "I am speechless. I am really, really speechless. About what we are seeing on television this morning. It feels to me like open season. And that sometimes it's not a safe place to be in this country for black men." Oh, you think so, Gayle? That's interesting, Gayle, because I've never heard you say this before. I see you, Gerald. Dang, everybody that's here. So, Gayle says this is a dangerous place for black men. So where can black men go to not be in a dangerous place, Gayle? You're another one that would call the police on black men if you saw them in your neighborhood. You and Oprah, if y'all saw a black man, you'd call the police. All this is nothing but fake Karen, man. Y'all, aren't y'all tired of the fake Karen that going on? This fake Karen that goes on is atrocious. King was responding to the CBS This morning's report on the shocking case involving a white woman in Central Park who was recorded on cell phone video by a black man as she calls in a false accusation to 911 that the man is threatening her life. The video has stirred widespread outrage as it evokes the long history of false accusations against black men that have led to the death, imprisonment, and other grave consequences for the wrongly accused. There are black men who are still trying to get out of prison due to wrongful convictions. Earlier in the broadcast, CBS this morning reported on a case unfolding in Minneapolis, Minnesota, in which a black man died after being arrested on suspicion of forgery. A video part of the incident shows the suspect being held down on the street by a police officer who had his knee pressing down on the man's neck. The man can be heard on the video clip telling police, "I can't breathe," and pleading for relief. In the video captured by a passerby, other bystanders can be heard urging the police to ease up on the man's neck. I actually saw that video. That video was disturbing because those police think that they're in the right. This is why I'm not one of those people that's going to say, believe all police. Let me tell you something, man. If I don't believe all women, I'm not going to believe all police. I'm sorry. I have not seen anything where I should believe all police. Those police were in the wrong. Until somebody tells me differently, they were in the wrong. And that's why a bunch of them got fired. It's as if he whooped one of them like he tagged up one of them and they wanted revenge. That's what it seemed like. According to the Washington Post, a man believed to be in his 40s passed early Tuesday. King, who is African American, told viewers the two incidents were overwhelming to her. Really? They're overwhelming to you, Gail. Gail, I'm sorry that you feel bad. What possibly could make you feel that way? I didn't see the video of this, but if any of y'all seen the video, was Gail crying or was it crocodile tears? You know, did she cry or was it all fake? As the daughter of a black man and the mother of a black man, this is really too much for me today. I'm still rattled by the last story from Minneapolis, King told viewers during the What to Watch segment of the CBS This Morning show, in which King and co-anchors Anthony Mason and Tony D discuss headlines and pop culture trends. King noted that the Central Park video also demonstrates the woman's insensitivity to her dog. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all know where most of the outrage actually came from? I think a lot of the outrage came from that dog. I don't even think the outrage towards Central Park Becky came because of the brother. It actually was because of that dog. People cared a lot about that dog's well-being. That's where you're seeing. That's what I'm seeing now. When I looked on Twitter, that's where most of the caring was. It was for the dog. Let's see. Christian Cooper began filming the encounter on his phone when Amy Cooper reacted angrily to his request. Amy Cooper has since issued an apology for her actions, and she got fired. Let's see what else. I think that's it for Gail. Yeah, Gail feels very badly for this situation. Her heart goes out to this guy, this black man. Her heart goes out to him. She feels so badly about this, Gail. Gail, cry me a river, but actually cry tears. Cry tears first and then cry me a river. A melanated man's life only has meaning when it's gone to some of these people. These blue check marks who do nothing but denigrate each other every single day. They virtue signal. They try to cancel people. But in these situations, they want to save lives. When it comes, y'all know these people didn't care about anybody else but themselves until this CV happened. This is the type of culture and society that we are in. I agree, Mellow Bird. They care a lot more about animals than people. That's where the outrage was. It was because of that dog. It had nothing to do with that black man. Now, some people are outraged over the black man, but for the most part, it's that dog that people are angry about. That's why that dog was sitting in the interrogation room talking to that officer. That's why that dog was talking to that officer. Or the officer had the dog in that room. They cared about the safety and well-being of that dog. That's why they took that dog. They didn't have to take that dog. They took the dog anyway because they cared about that dog. To them, people see their pets as their children, which is weird because your pets are not your children. They are domesticated wild animals. But they see them as their children. These people are weirdos, man. These people are weirdos, man. These blue check marks on Twitter are complete weirdos. Go look at their bios. Go look at the bios of most of these people on Twitter. You can tell how mentally disturbed they are. And they want to tweet and act like they care about the well-being of melanated men. No, you don't, because you spend most of your days trying to go at them if they don't agree with you. Trolling them, being disrespectful towards them. The same with these sisters I've seen fake Karen on Twitter today. Especially these feminists, these Twitter feminists, all they do is go off on black men. They denigrate black men so much, you think they don't even like black men. But then when these type of situations happen, here they go with the fake Karen. Like Karen. But you spend 365 days of the year denigrating men who look like you. But when these situations happen, you pause it and claim, oh, they're going after our men. But you didn't care nothing about your men when you were sitting up on Twitter talking about how they're bad fathers and bad boyfriends and husbands and how they're not as good as non-melanated men. That's what you do every day. That's what you do every day. But when these situations happen, you want me to take you seriously? Why does Sean King have a platform to spew what he spews when y'all know he's not black? Listen, I'm not about the platform about it. I'm all about speaking to hypocrisy, blatant hypocrisy. You got this white boy masquerading as somebody who's biracial. He's a biracial crusader of black rights. This lets you know where we are, man. And just like with Gayle King, all of a sudden, she's a crusader, right? But she wasn't a crusader when she's out here trying to get these guys locked up, when she's participating in these documentaries and interviews that's going to do nothing but ruin the reputations and the lives of black men. We're supposed to listen to these people seriously. Not me. Y'all know I don't follow. I'm not a sheep. I call out these people for their blatant hypocrisy. Her getting on national TV talking about how outraged she is laughable. It is absolutely laughable. These people are laughable. Gayle King is laughable. This CBS panel is laughable. Okay? Nobody watches your show. I don't. I haven't watched CBS in years. And I only used to watch CBS because of the reality shows. Survivor, The Amazing Race, but that was years ago.
Leave Sean King and Kaepernick alone. Tears of joy, kitten.
Bro, I haven't even mentioned Cap. I could, but I haven't mentioned him. But as far as Sean King, he gonna get that work here or there. Just because he was trending last night, so y'all know I gotta speak on that real quick. But yeah, the fake Karen has got to stop. Y'all got to stop with this fake Karen. You got these women who do nothing but denigrate these melanated men all day long, but when one of these situations pop off, here they go on Twitter talking about they're going at our men. They're going at our men. Your men? You talk about the same men you were throwing under the bus? The same men you claim don't like your skin tone, don't like your hair, worship other women? Well, as soon as they find out one of these guys dated white women, all that fake caring goes out the window. Look at all these other, look at the guy from California, the young guy. I can't think of his name. The young guy who passed due to his situation with police. Y'all remember that? The dude in California, his brother went to City Hall, was acting crazy. When they found out he didn't date melanated women, or he tweeted something about his preference, which is it wasn't them, they went in on him. They stopped fake caring about him. And the same thing could happen in this situation, I'm telling you. John, I don't know if Survivor's still on. I said I haven't watched CBS in years. I haven't watched them in a couple of years. Yes, Stephon Clark. When they found out what his preference was, they went from fake caring about him to going in on him. A guy who is not here to defend himself. These are the type of heifers you're dealing with on Twitter. So all that fake caring is stupid to me. Okay, you can fake care all you want to. We gonna hold you to, to be accountable for how most of the year you do nothing but trash the men of your own race, and then you get on social media and pretend as if you gave a shit. No, you didn't. You're just looking for retweets. You're looking to grow your following, and that's sad. No principles whatsoever. Shy, don't put names in my chat, bro. Shy, don't put names in my chat, man. What other people do on their channels, that's what they do. Don't put other people's names in my chat, man. Y'all got issues with them, that's on y'all. I've told y'all that. I'm talking about what's going on in general. YouTube is a small part of that. Yeah, this is we in the fake caring era. A lot of fake caring going on out here, just like this Karen. But I'm glad that this chick is getting the justice. Stop lying on people. Stop being deceptive. And you won't have to deal with the consequences of your actions. But we'll see if people learn. But something tells me they may not. But shout out to everybody that's here, man. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Basic Social Politics. Go subscribe over there. Any topics I need to see as far as for live streams concerned, y'all send it to the email, man. All right. Shout out to everybody that super chatted during the show. I appreciate that. All right. And y'all take care of yourselves.